Alright, how's it going, everyone? This is day 15, path 25 of Samech, or Saksaksalim. Some people say Saksaksalim. They like to throw a sheen in the middle. I say Saksaksalim. Hope you're all having a good day so far, or evening, or whatever time it is there. I wish you well. Let's get started. We'll start in the Nightside of Eden as usual, but I will begin by showing the card. Here it is. Take a screenshot of that if you want. All right. The 25th ray illuminates the tunnel of Saksaksalim, whose number is 300, and whose non-being may be induced to assume form by the vibration of high-pitched electric cackling sound in the key of G sharp. The sigil should be painted in bright yellow on a vivid dark blue ground, like lightning against the night sky. 300 is the number of Sheen, the letter of spirit. It is the triple fire tongue, symbolic of Kozar, or Chozar, the disintegrating principle of antimatter. AVR BPAHH, R Bapa, Chabs Am Peket, light in extension. Also has this number. It is the false light, the great lie, which is the word of Koranzin mirrored in the abyss. Hence, KPHR, Kepher 300, is a substance used for covering with pitch or ashes. Kepper, maybe? It derives from the Egyptian word keper, to transform, reverse, or regenerate the dead. The dead are these swathed, or bound mummies, and SMR means horror, as if bound with fear, horripilation. See Job 4:15. From the Egyptian smar, to bind or enswathe for slaughter. The concepts of reversal, transformation, and annihilation are also implied. Remember, the beetle walks backward, reversal. So, the sigil of Saksaksalim shows the figure of a priest with arms extended in the form of a cross, hanging upside down in an irregularly bound void, which appear the letters SKR. 200 and an inverted figure 7. The void is sealed by the image of a black lunar crescent emitting streams of blood. The sigil resumes the ideas relating to the number 300 and to the magical CD of the 25th path, i.e., transmutations and the vision of the universal peacock. See note. This vision falls under the influence of Sagittarius, the constellation associated with the 25th path. The peacock is a symbol of Shaitan and comports the rainbow symbolism previously explained, thus showing the feminine nature of the transforming fire of this Kala. The scintillating serpent slithering underneath my skin. I've seen it once. Anyway, the number 280 is that of RP, meaning terror. Not roleplay. Terror. It is also the number of squares on the side of the vault containing the body of Christian Rosenkreutz, and the golden dawn symbolism of the 5 degree equals 6, or 5 equals 6. I forget how they even pronounce that. 5 equals 6 grade, which should be studied in the connection with the symbolism of this tunnel. I believe it's the 5th degree, but it's 5 equals 6th, or 5 equals 6, which I believe relates to 5 steps taken, 6 steps to go. But I don't remember how they actually colloquialize that. Okay. The relevant verse from Liber 231 reads, "And a mighty angel appeared as a woman, pouring vials of woe upon the flames, lighting the pure stream with her brand of cursing, and the iniquity was very great." The angel as the woman cursing represents the feminine current symbolized by Nephthys, the sister of Isis. Nephthys is the reifier or transmitter of perfection, the art of transforming raw, i.e. virgin, nature into the image of fulfillment or motherhood. The order of Cliphot or Cliphoth associated with this process is the Nechashiron, or snaky, and the Atu of Tahuti, attributed to Kala 25, is appropriately entitled the bringer forth of life. In the African pantheon, Edowido, the rainbow goddess, is the cognate deity. Edowido? I still don't know how to say it. Her coming is likened to the lightning flash. This is the Sagittarian influence manifesting in the form of the female current. Her fetish is a large serpent that appears only when it wants to drink. It then rests its tail on the ground and thrusts its mouth into the water. It is said that he who finds the excrement of the serpent is rich forever. See page 217, Supra. Alrighty. There we go. The magical powers of Path 26 relate to the witch's Sabbath and the evil eye, and its kala is that which is distilled by the rite of the 11th degree, for the evil eye is the eye of night, i.e. the moon. And the ointment, unguent, or myrrh dropping is the vinum sabati, prepared at sundown in the cauldron of the scarlet woman. That means a few things. There's a few tinctures that can be made at a few levels. Perhaps they can even be combined into an amalgam. Is that the secret symbol? The disease, here we go. Capricorn is the secret flame whereon the cauldron seethes. Hence, its connection with Vesta, who, together with the deities Chem, Set, Pan, and Priapus, is assigned to Path 26. This age is definitely, or I guess could definitely be associated with Priapus. Everyone is so about the sex right now. All right. The disease typical of this kala is priapism, and the animals sacred to it are the oyster, the goat, and the ass. The latter is the specific totem of the female, and of the Cliphoth associated with the moon of Yesod, the Gamaliel, or obscene ass. The tunnel of Oanonin is haunted by satyrs, fauns, and panic demons, and the order of Cliphoth associated with it is the Dagdaguron, meaning the fishy, which denotes the feminine nature. The corresponding magical weapon is the corresponding magical weapon is the secret force represented by the shuttered lamp, which is an allusion to the eye concealed in the buttocks of the goat. The tarotic attribution, why not, of this Path 26 is the trump entitled The Devil, the Lord of the Gates of Matter. Did we skip? We did. We skipped. Okay. My apologies, folks. Somehow the page is stuck. I apologize. I thought it was just referencing the next path because sometimes it goes back and sometimes it reflects forward. So, he who finds the excrement of the serpent is rich forever. I might actually do some editing for once on this channel. We'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We'll see. Probably not, but maybe. He who finds the excrement of this serpent is rich forever. For its assignment to the lady of the tomb is a certain... How? Okay. Apparently, I am Is that just the end? Is Saksaksalim only one page? Okay, so that goes to Neantiel. This goes to Neantiel. So, okay. Saksaksalim is only one page. So when I turned, I went into Neantiel, and then when I turned the other way, I went into Owanonin. Okay. Sorry for the confusion, folks. Short chapter. I think that's the only one that's been one page. Okay. I'm gonna redo that. No, I'm not. Okay, moving on. Okay, here is the image again in the Shadow Terror. Take a screenshot if you want. Okay. Saksaksalim, the shadow of temperance, or the shadow of art. We will probably go with art since these are Crowleyan. Becoming one with all sensation, the individuality is annihilated. Consciousness breaks through to paranormal awareness via union of opposites. The elixir is distilled. In Saksaksalim lurks the goat-headed shadow, intrepid worker of the current of the void of infinite space, who, by stimulation of the 16 kalas times 16 marmas of the etheric body, via Atlantean red and black temple work, to produce 256 vibrating nodes and the web of light, has distilled rare endocrine elixirs into the cup whose base is the sigil of the ancient priestess Ayazan, Ayizan. By imbibing such magically prepared elixirs, the worker becomes Gyrander, androgyne, priestess of the Ma'at, bisexualized, and thus transcending the limitations of polarized existence. The Ayin, eye of infinite potential of the shadow, priestess, it's priest and then /ESS, showing the combination, combining male and female, human and animal, transfixes the alchemical dragon. Tiamat Kingu, moon, with rainbow arrows of the 5 senses, the 5 jewels of the cow, becoming one with all sensation, the individuality is annihilated in back brain satori with the now. The enlightened consciousness kindles the arrow's path from moon to sun, breaking through the veil of Paroket, not of Vishnu, or Paraketh, not of Vishnu, Manipura chakra, separation of heaven and earth, flowering into the 8-petaled lotus, cross of 4 quarters, plus in-between points through which evil enters dayside reality, evil there being in quotes. By Viparita Karani, turning upside down, Viparita Karani, probably, turning upside down, by retroversion of the senses and employment of the death posture of Austin Osman Spar, he traverses the great void to enter the neither world of universe B. The black globe of Nephthys, manifestation of non-manifestation, the black outer shell of the world sphere, weaves and glows a yin-yang electron beam subjected to opposing magnetic fields. Below is the standing stone upon a crescent, both ancient symbols of Choronzon. Upon the stone is carved the figure of many-breasted Diana, dark counterpart of Virgin Diana, huntress of the moon. Her accompanying hound is the southern constellation Canis Major, great dog, of which Sirius is the principal star. The other southern stars depicted are 6 of the Pleiades, the unseen 7th having already made transition to Universe B. Saksaksalim meditation. The powers of Saksaksalim are spiritual transcendence through the sensible objects of consciousness, ability to mass energy, intelligence, sensual desire, and instinctual aversion for union with all one, perceives to be one's polar opposite. In Saksaksalim are united male and female, positive and negative, matter and antimatter, left brain and right brain, breaking through primitive mammalian consciousness to paranormal levels of awareness. And Saksaksalim is acceptance of mystery, of the chaos factor, of the void that exists at the heart of energy matter, energy/matter, and through which all continually unfolds into existence. And Saksaksalim is power to manipulate electromagnetic currents, vital to biological life, as in the Taoist white tiger, green dragon, tantric yogas of dual cultivation, producing healing elixirs that bestow immortality upon the living flesh. Need for the energies of Saksaksalim is suggested when we encounter over-identification with gender, a fascination with as well as lack of understanding of the opposite sex. Saksaksalim is the antidote to a spirituality that identifies the body with its lusts and appetites as animal and unclean, that holds to dayside one-pointed consciousness with blind faith in a universe of solid matter that is predictable and untimely knowable, and ultimately knowable. In Saksaksalim, we find the cure for denial of the shadow side of existence and human nature, projected onto an evil alien world that rebounds, generating repulsion and fear, all of which is perceived as not I. Saksaksalim brings danger and utter physical exhaustion of oneself and or one's partner in unbalanced pursuit of the ultimate tantric union, platform orgasm with the unknowable void. Okay. Last but not least, tunnels of set path working. Okay. Focus on the sigil. It says begin this working in the usual manner, which I presume is raising energy. Focus on the sigil, gazing at it while chanting or vibrating in the name of the guardian 11 times. As you chant, and this is why I sort of skip and jump around these, because this gives very specific things. If you want to do it like her way, then like definitely get the book and like read it. But I'm trying to give a sort of syncretic general approach to this without giving too much dogma or ideology. But I digress. As you chant, envision the image coming alive, moving and growing until you see it spreading like before you like a landscape you can enter. Clouds of black mist emerge from the image, flowing into the ritual space and enveloping around you. They carry the smell of decay and putrefaction, mixed with the metallic fragrance of blood. Sparkles of fiery energy flow into the room with black mist, charging the atmosphere in the temple and adjusting your consciousness to the frequency of the tunnel. When you get to this point, extinguish the candles, close your eyes, and with the image building in your inner mind, send a message to the guardian of the tunnel to guide you through the journey. Visualize that for a moment, everything fades away, and the whole world disappears. Then your inner eyes open, and you can see the darkness around you crystallizing into a curse, crystallizing into a scene. That's weird. I guess the word beneath it, burial and scene, mixed into curse. Strange. Moving on. Your inner eyes open, and you can see the darkness around you crystallizing into a scene. You are in a dark, dusty, and foggy landscape that looks like an old burial ground or cremation place. There are ashes of those that were burned there, and remains of what was not consumed by fire. The fire itself is no longer burning, though, and the whole scene is gloomy and lifeless. There are no living beings present, and you are completely alone. In front of you, there is an arch made of bones and skulls, and filled with thick gray fog. As you come closer, you see a female figure taking form from the mist. She is young, with long hair and silky dress that seems to be made from the fog itself. Her face is pale, she is motionless, and looks like a statue rather than a living being. She stands with her hands raised and forming the shape of a diamond above her head. As you approach, you raise your hands and assume the same posture. At this time, she moves and your eyes meet. She disappears and you enter the other side of the arch. At the same moment, the scenery around you comes alive. The funeral pyres begin to burn once more, and the whole landscape is filled with smoke and the stench of burning flesh. As you walk through this realm, you feel the fire transforming you as well. It burns all that you are, leaving the place for what you are not. Submit yourself to this feeling and let yourself be transformed. Not into what you want to be, but what you do not. Choose a specific concept to meditate on, or simply let the vision flow freely. Explore what it is like to be your opposite, and let this feeling stay with you for a while, possibly after you finish the working. For a day or more, identify with your opposite and live as if you were something else. When you choose to go back to your normal consciousness, close the working and proceed to other explorations of the tunnel. All right. Whew. This was a bit of a choppy one. I apologize, folks. In the spirit of this channel, let's close this with a little bit of a talk. I had to move things around today and was unable to do. Not unable. I chose to save my morning ceremony and meditations until after I did this video. And I could just feel how scattered, how distracted. There was airs of uncertainty at times. And this is important to reflect on, both for me and potentially for you as well. So this is also another reason why it's important to challenge status quo. And not just the external one. It's not always about just challenging the government and fighting the man. Challenging your own status quo can reveal kinks and strengths in your armor. This is a reminder of this is one of the reasons that I do my morning meditations and my morning ceremonies. And this is one of the reasons that I do them in the morning before I do anything else. It's a chance to collect and gather and reflect and project. So, again, in the spirit of the channel and the nature of sharing, I just wanted to share that with you and extend an apology, I suppose, to some degree, for the scattered nature of this video. It may go through some editing. I may leave some of it just in full disclosure, just in the spirit of transparency. That's one of the things that I've always wanted for this channel, was transparency and genuineness. Yeah. So, that being said, I hope you have a great rest of the day, great rest of the week, month, year, the great rest of your life. Why the fuck not? Thanks for stopping by. Any questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you next time. Thanks.